Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a cramp that makes your calf feel as hard as a rock? That sudden, sharp pain that makes you break out in a sweat, sit up in bed, and lose the rest of your night's sleep? I've met so many patients over the age of 50 who experience exactly the same thing. And what they often tell me is, "Doctor, I thought this was just normal aging." But the truth is, it's not. Cramps are not a sentence of old age. They're your body's way of signaling that it's missing some essential nutrients. And here's the good news. You don't need expensive pills. Sometimes with just a few simple foods from your kitchen, you can reduce those cramps, restore restful sleep, and wake up with lighter, stronger legs. In today's video, I'll share with you these simple yet powerful secrets drawn from the real experiences of hundreds of patients I've worked with. And if you care about your health after 50, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because every week we'll discover together new ways to live healthier, happier, and more fully. Do you remember that feeling on a hot summer day, biting into a slice of chilled watermelon? The sweet freshness, the rush of water flowing through your body like a cool stream? I often tell my patients that watermelon isn't just a summer dessert. It's a natural remedy for tired legs and aging muscles. I want you to picture this. Your muscles, after a long day of use, are like dry fields, thirsty for rain. And watermelon, with more than 90% water, is like that refreshing rainfall, soothing the muscles, improving circulation, and reducing those painful nighttime cramps. One of my patients, James 70, once told me, "Doctor, I drink water all day but still get cramps. I don't understand why." When I reviewed his diet, I realized he was only drinking plain water, but missing foods that hydrate and replenish minerals. I suggested he replace his afternoon pastry with a small bowl of watermelon. 3 weeks later, he returned with a big smile. "I'm sleeping better, and my legs feel so much lighter. Hardly any cramps at night." Science explains this clearly. Watermelon contains natural potassium and magnesium, essential minerals that keep muscles contracting and relaxing smoothly. But there's more. Watermelon also has citrulline, a special compound that widens blood vessels, boosts circulation, and helps prevent those sudden nighttime spasms. Now, I know some people worry, but watermelon is sweet. Won't it spike my blood sugar? The truth is, not if you eat it wisely. Have it during the day or in the afternoon, and pair it with some pumpkin seeds or almonds. The healthy fats and protein from the nuts slow down sugar absorption, keeping your blood sugar steady. And here's something fascinating. Watermelon is rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant also found in tomatoes. It protects your heart, reduces inflammation, and keeps blood vessels flexible. For anyone over 50, this is a double gift: support for the heart and relief from cramps. I often tell my patients, if almonds are your food for the morning, then watermelon is your gift for the afternoon. A small bowl of chilled, ruby red watermelon may be exactly what your legs need for a peaceful night's sleep. So the next time you feel tired or your legs feel heavy after a long day, pause for a moment. Cut a few slices of watermelon. Let it remind you that healing often comes from the simplest things, like a humble watermelon sitting right there on your kitchen counter. Have you ever noticed how some of the most ordinary fruits, the ones sitting right there in your market or grocery store every day, carry hidden powers we often overlook? For me, oranges and citrus fruits are like little sons of winter. They shine not only with their bright colors, but also with the energy and nutrients they bring. I still remember one of my patients, Martha, 70 years old. She often suffered from night cramps. She was already taking magnesium, potassium, all the right supplements, yet the cramps remained. When I looked at her diet, I realized she rarely ate citrus fruits. So I suggested she add one orange at breakfast or a few tangerine slices before bedtime. Just 2 weeks later, she returned and said, "Doctor, it's like a miracle. I sleep the same hours as before, but now I wake up without sore calves." So what happened? Science gives us a clear answer. Oranges, tangerines, grapefruits. They're rich in vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. Vitamin C works quietly like a builder, helping your body create collagen, keeping blood vessels flexible so circulation flows smoothly. And when circulation improves, minerals like magnesium and potassium can finally reach your muscle fibers, easing cramps significantly. Potassium also plays a key role. Think of it as the switch that helps your muscles contract and relax. Without enough potassium, muscles can lock up, creating those painful nighttime cramps. Did you know a single orange with about 237 milligrams of potassium already helps stabilize your muscles and nerves? But that's not all. Citrus fruits are loaded with flavonoids, antioxidants that reduce inflammation. Less inflammation means calmer nerves and smoother muscle function. A study at the University of Florida even found that seniors who ate citrus fruits 4 or 5 times a week reduced their risk of nighttime cramps by 45% compared to those who rarely ate them. I want you to picture this. You're sitting in your kitchen on a quiet morning, peeling a fresh tangerine. The fragrance fills the air. You place a juicy slice in your mouth. The sweet and tart taste melts on your tongue. Simple as it seems, in that moment, you're nourishing your blood vessels, your muscles, your very cells. Another benefit, vitamin C in citrus helps your body absorb iron, something especially important after age 50. Iron deficiency can lead to poor circulation, and yes, even more cramps. Still, I always remind my patients, choose fresh, whole fruits. Don't rely on bottled juices. Most lose fiber and gain sugar. If you enjoy juice, squeeze it fresh, and ideally eat the pulp too. The fiber helps stabilize blood sugar and keeps digestion healthy. Some patients ask me, "Doctor, I have diabetes. Can I still eat oranges?" My answer is yes, in moderation. One small orange a day eaten with your meal is safe and beneficial. Citrus fruits have a much lower glycemic index than artificial desserts or sweets. I think of another patient, George, 66, who struggled with cramps and worried about his heart health. When he began eating oranges and grapefruit regularly, not only did his cramps ease, but his blood pressure became more stable. He told me with a smile, "I never thought the fruit I once saw as just a snack could be real medicine for my body." You see, sometimes the solution isn't in a bottle of pills. It's in the familiar fruits already in your basket. If you've suffered from cramps, I invite you to ask yourself, how long has it been since I had an orange or a tangerine? The answer might just unlock a better night's sleep and a gentler morning. So start small. Add one orange to your breakfast or a few tangerine slices before bed. This isn't just about nutrition. It's about reminding yourself that caring for your body can begin with the simplest choices. And I truly believe this. Sometimes one ripe orange can be the beginning of something bigger, the beginning of peaceful sleep, stronger muscles, and a more vibrant life after 50. Avocado, the creamy friend of muscles and sleep. I want you to imagine this. It's a quiet morning. You cut open a ripe avocado, scoop out the smooth, buttery flesh with a spoon. Many people think avocados make you gain weight. But what they don't realize is that inside that green flesh lies a secret, one that very few people over 50 truly understand. Avocado is a fruit that can unlock relaxation in your muscles and calm your nervous system. I once had a patient, James, 70, who lived in Arizona. He suffered from nightly leg cramps, so painful he would leap out of bed, lean against the mattress, massaging his calves with tears in his eyes. He had tried magnesium pills and potassium supplements, but his stomach was too sensitive, causing bloating and discomfort. One day I asked him, "James, do you ever eat avocados?" He looked surprised. "Avocados? Only when I visit my grandkids. They make guacamole." I explained to him that avocados are like a natural reservoir of minerals, rich in magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats. The potassium helps muscle fibers contract and relax smoothly, preventing sudden spasms. Magnesium acts like a switch, shutting down tension signals in the muscles so they can truly rest. And the healthy fats, especially oleic acid, the same kind found in olive oil, work like a delivery truck, helping these minerals sink deeper into the cells where they're needed most. Here's something many people don't know. After age 60, our bodies absorb nutrients less efficiently. But when minerals are combined with healthy fats, like in avocados, they can cross the digestive gateway much more easily. That's why so many of my patients see better results from eating avocados regularly than from taking expensive pills. After our talk, James started simply, half an avocado for breakfast, mashed onto a slice of whole grain bread with tomato and a squeeze of lemon. A week later, he texted me, "Doctor, it's strange. Last night I didn't have a single cramp. 3 weeks later, he came to my office looking refreshed. I finally slept 6 hours straight, and this morning I walked over a mile and my legs felt light. Do you see, sometimes the solution isn't in a pill bottle, it's in a ripe avocado waiting in your kitchen. Science backs this up. A medium avocado provides about 15% of your daily potassium, more than a banana. It also contains around 40 milligrams of magnesium. It may not sound like much, but taken daily, that steady dose adds up to powerful results. And it doesn't stop with muscles. Research from Tufts University shows that older adults who eat avocados regularly enjoy better memory, lower inflammation, lentils and beans, nature's little treasure for stronger muscles. You know, I often call lentils and other beans nature's little treasures. They look humble, nothing fancy, but inside they carry a quiet power for our muscles, especially for those over 50 who struggle with frequent cramps. I remember William, a 70-year-old gentleman, who came to my clinic looking exhausted. He said, "Doctor, I've tried everything to stop these cramps. Magnesium pills, more water, massages, but nothing works. At night, I barely dare to sleep deeply because I'm afraid the pain will wake me up." When I asked about his diet, he hesitated. "I don't eat beans much. I always thought they just cause bloating." I smiled and explained. Lentils, black beans, red beans, chickpeas, all of them are rich in magnesium, potassium, and soluble fiber. Magnesium and potassium, you probably know, are the key minerals that help muscles relax and nerves send signals smoothly. But what most people overlook is the fiber. Fiber acts like a traffic controller, keeping blood sugar steady and preventing electrolyte imbalances, one of the silent triggers of nighttime cramps. Just a small bowl of lentil soup can provide nearly 20% of your daily magnesium needs, not to mention plenty of plant-based protein. And for older adults, that protein is priceless. As muscles naturally shrink with age, protein becomes the raw material that helps rebuild and maintain strength. I encourage William to start small. A bowl of lentil soup at lunch, or swapping red meat a few times a week for a chickpea salad. He worried about bloating, so I taught him a trick. Soak beans overnight, change the water a few times, and cook them thoroughly. That simple step makes beans much easier to digest. A month later, he returned, shaking my hand with a big smile. "Doctor, it's incredible. My cramps are so much better, and I sleep more peacefully. In the mornings, I feel lighter and stronger than I have in years." And it's not just his story. Research backs this up. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate beans at least 3 times a week had a 40% lower rate of nighttime cramps compared to those who didn't. It's not just the magnesium or potassium. It's the synergy of fiber, protein, and other micronutrients all working together. I want you to imagine this: a simple dinner of warm lentil soup with some vegetables and a slice of whole grain bread. It's not just food, it's a natural prescription, feeding your muscles, soothing your nerves, and preparing your body for a restful night. And I often tell my patients, let these little beans be your quiet companions. They don't shout for attention, but they will stand guard over your nights, keeping the pain at bay. Have you ever thought that a simple, everyday potato, the kind we see so often that we almost take it for granted, could actually be a natural medicine against those painful nighttime cramps? I remember Susan, 73, from Ohio. She came to my clinic walking with a limp, worry etched across her face. "Doctor," she said, "every night I get cramps so bad that I'm afraid to even go for walks anymore. I thought maybe I'm just too old now." When I asked about her diet, she confessed, "I avoid potatoes because I'm scared the starch will raise my blood sugar." But here's the truth. Potatoes are not just starch. If eaten the right way, they're one of the richest natural sources of potassium, a mineral most people over 50 are lacking. A medium baked potato can contain up to 900 milligrams of potassium. That's nearly double what you'd get from a banana. Potassium is like the key that helps muscles contract and relax smoothly, keeps nerve signals flowing, and prevents those sudden, painful cramps. I explained to Susan that the real issue isn't the potato itself, but how it's prepared. When potatoes are boiled and the water discarded, nearly half the minerals are lost. But when baked or steamed with the skin on, you retain nearly all of the potassium and magnesium. And the skin, that part so many people peel away, is actually packed with fiber and valuable micronutrients. I encouraged her, once or twice a week swap rice or bread for a baked potato with the skin, paired with leafy greens and a drizzle of olive oil. No frying, no heavy butter, just the potato in its most natural form. 3 weeks later, she returned with brighter eyes and a steadier step. "Doctor," she said, "I sleep through the night now. No more cramps waking me. I even walk nearly 2 miles each morning without pain." Science backs this up too. A study published in Nutrients showed that older adults who added baked or steamed potatoes 3-4 times a week experienced not only fewer cramps, but also improved blood pressure and better sleep quality. I want you to imagine this. One quiet evening, you take a golden baked potato from the oven, split it open, drizzle a little olive oil, sprinkle fresh rosemary. It's warm, fragrant, comforting. And it's not just a meal, it's a gift to your muscles, to your nerves, and to your sleep. To me, potatoes are more than food. They're a reminder that strength often comes from the simplest things, things sitting quietly in our kitchen, waiting to nourish us. Have you ever felt parched, drank plenty of plain water, and yet those painful cramps still wouldn't let you go? I've heard this complaint from many of my older patients. "Doctor, I drink a whole bottle of water before bed, but still, in the middle of the night, my calves cramp up." This is exactly what I want to share with you today. Water alone is not enough. Your body doesn't just need water, it needs electrolytes. Minerals like potassium, sodium, and magnesium keep your muscles and nerves working smoothly. And coconut water, believe it or not, is one of nature's finest gifts for exactly that. I remember Henry, a 70-year-old from Florida, where coconuts are everywhere. But he mostly drank plain water and sodas. Night after night, cramps tormented him, leaving him restless and exhausted each morning. When I suggested he swap his soda for a glass of fresh coconut water in the afternoon, he laughed. "I thought coconut water was just for the beach, Doc." Yeah. But 2 weeks later, he came back with brighter eyes. "Doctor, I sleep straight through the night now. No cramps waking me up. And strangely enough, my knees don't ache as much either." Coconut water has potassium levels similar to a banana, along with natural magnesium and sodium, the trio that helps muscles contract and relax evenly, preventing those sudden spasms. Beyond that, it's rich in antioxidants, which reduce inflammation, protect blood vessels, and support heart health, something everyone over 60 should pay attention to. The key is drinking it the right way. I usually recommend a small glass of coconut water in the afternoon or after light exercise. Avoid drinking too much at night so you don't wake up needing to use the bathroom. And always choose fresh coconut water. Skip the canned versions with added sugar because sugar erases most of the health benefits. Now imagine this. A summer afternoon, you're sitting on your porch, sipping a cool glass of coconut water. It's not just a refreshing drink for your throat, it's a quiet medicine, nourishing your muscles and ensuring that when night falls, you can sleep peacefully without being jolted awake by cramps. To me, coconut water is more than just a drink. It's a reminder that sometimes health doesn't come from expensive treatments, but from returning to nature, choosing what is pure, simple, and timeless. You see, the journey through your 50s, 60s, or 70s is not always easy. Our bodies begin to send strange signals, legs that tire more quickly, nights that grow restless, and sudden cramps that arrive like messengers, reminding us that our bodies need to be heard, need to be cared for. But what I want you to remember today is this. Aging is not an inevitable decline. It can be a new chapter, a time to live more slowly, to value each breath, each step, each restful night. And the key to that door isn't found in expensive pills, but often in life's simplest gifts. A slice of orange in the morning to soothe the blood vessels, a warm bowl of beans to nourish the muscles, a baked potato that holds on to its minerals, a glass of fresh coconut water to restore electrolytes, a creamy avocado to calm the nerves, or simply a few sweet slices of watermelon to lighten your legs. I've seen the spark return to my patients' eyes when they realized the solution wasn't far away, but right there, on their kitchen counter, in their fruit basket, in the everyday habits they chose to keep. From nights interrupted by pain, they found their way back to full, peaceful sleep. From hesitant, heavy steps, they regained the joy of morning walks, steadier legs, calmer spirits. And I want you to believe this too. Believe that you can still change. Believe that aging doesn't have to mean suffering. It can be a journey of strength, of choice, of small daily joys. If you see yourself in today's story, leave a comment. I am ready to take better care of myself. Just one simple sentence, but it could be the beginning of your transformation. Don't forget to click like if these words resonated with you. And subscribe to the channel because every week we'll keep discovering together new ways to live healthier, happier, and more fully. And finally, share this video with a friend because who knows, you may not only give them information, but also the chance at a more peaceful night, a freer, healthier old age. I am your doctor, and I'll see you on the next journey. Remember this, good health in later years is not a matter of luck. It is the result of your choices, and today you have the power to choose a better path for yourself.